I'm with the beautiful, lovely, magical Mackenzie. And Mackenzie is a manifestation coach. She teaches people to see the world in a very magical way. And she's a complete master of her craft. She works with clients from all over the world. And we have a very special video for you here, introducing to you guys how the both of us see reality. And I think you'd be better at introducing this topic for me, so take it away.
Okay, sure. I think how Luke and I see reality is kind of like a dream. I teach people to get curious about reality and to question what it is that they believe they are experiencing, what it is that they believe is going on. And I teach people to take notice of something called synchronicity. What's a synchronicity?
A synchronicity, a term coined by the amazing Jung, is a meaningful coincidence. Something that's kind of just out of the ordinary that makes you feel that you're completely at one and with a flow with the rest of reality.
That was really
just a sort of magical experience that happens to you that makes you go, whoa, what's happening? Am I dreaming right now?
Right.
That's what a synchronicity is.
And I find that everyone experiences synchronicities, but not everyone uses that word, synchronicity, and not everyone thinks it's very special. The word that they usually use is coincidence, and it's usually written off very, very quickly. So I see people all the time, like, they're thinking about their mom, and then, a few minutes later their mom is calling them, and they really think nothing of it, and maybe they'll say to their mom, oh, I was just thinking about you, Mom. But then they release it. They start to kind of feel funny that they even just said that to their mom. Like, why did they just say that to their mom? And they get kind of insecure about it. I teach people to not be insecure about, noticing and saying, hey, that was funny, that was interesting, something aligned there. I feel funny inside. What's going on?
And in essence, Mackenzie is like a real life Morpheus. She wakes you up to how reality actually works and what's actually going on. And I'm guessing lots of you guys watching this are going to watch this video and be like, who the fuck are these two people? Which is the first thought that you should have. I really want you guys to not blindly accept what you're listening to and think critically and for yourself. But the effect that this video is going to start having on you, and the effect that the more you're introduced to these concepts, is going to slowly wake you up into realizing who you actually are, and to what extent the magical experiences that you could have here in this life are.
Mm-hmm. Or it could quickly wake you up. It doesn't have to be slow. It's whatever you want.
So, can you share a story or an example of a synchronicity that you've experienced lately? And I've been hanging out with Mackenzie for the last couple of days, and I definitely feel a strong connection with her. And we've just been having all sorts of magical experiences and synchronicities happen over the last couple of days. It's been really blowing my mind hanging out with Mackenzie. Just for example, we're hanging out here with Jack right behind the camera, and I thought Jack and Mackenzie would get along really well. And just a couple hours ago, me and Mackenzie went to this acai bowl place. We went in to get acai bowls, and while we were there, I thought it'd be really cool to hit up Jack right now. I think Jack would really love to meet Mackenzie. So right when I had that thought, I texted Jack, hey Jack, let's go get acai bowls. I'm here right now. There's someone I want you to meet. Come. And literally 30 seconds later, Jack showed up at the acai bowl place and kind of freaked me out. I was like, whoa, that was really quick. You must have got my text and been a block away and just happened to be in the area and just dropped by. And Jack was like, what are you talking about? You texted me? And I was like, yeah, I texted you, that's why you're here, right? And he was like, no, I just randomly came here right now. And I think that's just an example of what's kind of everyday life for Mackenzie, is that we wanted to meet up with Jack, and he just synchronistically came there. I texted him to come, and he didn't even see my text, and he just came there within 5 minutes. That's just a very I want to say basic story, even though maybe that sounds kind of
No, I like that
for other
basic
people.
story a lot. Actually, I'd love to speak to that point
Uh-huh.
a little bit. A lot of people, when they meet me, they want me to tell some of my most epic stories, and I have some really, really epic stories, but I try to bring people's attention to actually all of the little synchronicities and all of the little stories. And I really think that if you're like setting out on this, intentional reality journey, and you're getting into law of attraction and into manifesting your dreams into reality, and you only want the epic stuff, you're gonna have a lot of attachments in your being. You're gonna kind of be clinging to like only the most magical moments possible. But the phrase like the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The magic is inside as well, and you can choose how you're going to perceive any moment. And people who hang out with me know that I freak out just as much about all of the little synchronicities, like the little synchronicity of Jack showing up. To me, that's not little. It feels big. It feels full. It feels beautiful. And I like to remind people that when an author is writing a book, not every chapter is as epic as chapter 6, but chapter 2 is still really, really important. And when an author is writing his book, every paragraph is, that the author was meticulous about every paragraph that he or she was writing. And there's, symbolism just jam-packed into like, Scarlet Letter and, Dostoevsky's writing. It's all very, very, very intentional. By the author. And if you can imagine that you are the author of your life, or you're co-authoring, you're co-creating with maybe we could call it God. Give God some credit, give yourself some credit, give the universe some credit, and get into the present moment and enjoy this paragraph, enjoy the dance, enjoy the lineup, and understand that it's very, very, very intentional. And there are treasures everywhere just waiting for you to recognize them and play with them and engage with them and connect the dots.
Yeah, and the biggest secret is letting go and not being attached to any outcomes at all.
Yeah.
Which is like really hard. But where this rabbit hole will lead you to will be experiencing the most massive synchronicities, magical moments that will completely literally bring your mind to heaven, where you feel one with God. Mm-hmm. And I think we're very confident speaking about synchronicities and lots of stuff that for me used to be very weird and incongruent for me to talk about. And I still don't like lots of the language that is used. I don't really like law of attraction, how it's explained personally. That's not really my thing. Yeah. But I really love synchronicities because I experienced so many. But for me, I've had some where these synchronicities build up and they literally explode, and I literally go to, I literally feel like I'm in heaven. And it's been really freaky experiences at first, but it's just experiences that fill me with love and magic. And it's why we're here making this video, because we want to share that experience with you guys. What would your final thoughts be, Mackenzie?
They would be this, that it's already very peculiar that we wake up every day and we have these things called bodies, and we're living on this big living rock encircling a big ball of fire. Shit's already really weird. So to add on to that something peculiar could be going on in this already very peculiar playland it's just not too much of a stretch, I don't think. And we don't need to make it out to be something stranger than everything already is. So dare to be weird, dare to be imaginative, dare to question reality, and stay in that curious, open-hearted space, and pay attention, because treasures are around you at all times, just waiting for you to take notice and play with them. So.
All right. Thanks for being on the channel, Mackenzie. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
I think that you, watching this video, I think that you are God. And I think that you're my infinite best friend, and I think I am that as well.